What's going on, everybody? It's Stas here. Welcome back to another video. So in today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys a bonus top 5 stocks I'm looking to trade for this month of October in 2018. And I'm doing this video mostly because of the massive sell-off that we saw today on the 4th of October in 2018 in the markets. So before I even get into, what these 5 stocks are, I want to show you guys the indexes really quickly to see, how major of a sell-off this was. It wasn't too major of a sell-off, but it was a healthy correction in the main indexes. So we see the S&P 500, for example, today is down about 1%. It was down about to 2880 at its lowest, I believe, today. Yeah, 28.80 at its lowest. That was about like a $40 drop. But where it is right now, it's down about $27, down about 1%. If we look over to the Dow Jones, we were down from about 26,951 all the way down to about 26,471, down about $230 to where we are right now. We're down about 1% right now, 0.86% to be exact. And the NASDAQ, guys, we're down again. A nice $162, down 2%, but at the lowest, we were down even more than that. And what we notice, guys, with all of these 3 major indexes that we look at in the U.S. markets is that they're slowly breaking out of this downwards trending pattern. We notice this was earlier today. It was downtrending in price, below the EMA, below the 50-day SMA, and below the 180 SMA. But what we notice now is that it's breaking out of that downwards trending channel. And the 50 SMA is crossing above the 180 SMA, which is signifying a bullish pattern. And we talked about this in, the indicator video that I did on all the different indicators that I use. Whenever the 50-day crosses the 180 SMA, that's a bullish pattern, right? So we're seeing that here, right? We noticed that here on the Dow Jones as well. It's breaking out of that downwards trending channel. And we see that, of course, in the S&P 500 as well. So these markets are slowly getting out of this big sell-off that we saw today. So, let's talk about these 5 stocks that could, be a good opportunity to hop in right now that I'm personally thinking about taking positions in. And these are all bigger companies due to the massive sell-off that we saw today. So the first one we're going to be talking about is ticker symbol V, also known as Visa, right? So overall, guys, we're looking at the technicals on this one. We notice it's uptrending in price. It's taking healthy corrections, right? And, it's pushing up to making higher highs. This is the pattern that we love seeing. We notice that higher high here, higher higher here, correction, higher high, correction, higher high. And now we're in that correction phase. So if we're able to hold above this 180 SMA, which has been a support level in the past, meaning a support level meaning where, the stock is bouncing, being able to hold above that point to push up to another level of highs, right? And we notice that it's been at the 180 SMA over the past couple of months. It's very evident, it's very clear. So that's exactly why I have an alert here set at $147, because I do want to see if this one's able to recover back up to 147, or if it breaks even below 146 where it's at right now. It does have potential to run to 155, maybe 154. But if we're looking at the RSI levels, we're extremely oversold right now in the 26 level, below the 30 threshold that we use right here. So very oversold. So another one that we were looking at is ticker symbol PG, and this one's kind of breaking out of this upwards trending channel. But why I'm talking about it in this video is because this one did experience a big sell-off as well, and we could potentially have a bounce back play in Procter & Gamble. We noticed that there's a support level on Procter & Gamble right here, but it's going to be very interesting to see if this one's able to fully break below this one, which would be a very bad sign, meaning that I wouldn't want to take a trade or a position in Procter & Gamble, or if it's going to be able to recover tomorrow and slowly, consolidate on this 100 not the 100th, this support level at about 81.70, 81.50-ish, right? And we do notice, guys, if we look at the 1-day, 1-minute chart, this one kind of bottomed out at 81.10 earlier today, and it's slowly been consolidating and recovering ever since there, which is a very good sign, guys. These are all very good signs that the markets are slowly starting to turn back to the upwards, upwards push. So that's what we're looking at in terms of Procter & Gamble. I'm going to set an alert on this one at $82.50. Create an alert, 82.5. Perfect. So we're going to keep that alert at 82.5, and I do have all these stocks in my notes. AMD is another one, guys, that I'm actively trading as well, and we have experienced a massive sell-off in AMD from $27.50 upwards of highs of $34. Oops, I did not mean to draw that there. But again, we're down about 15% from the highs here on AMD, so this one has been seeming like it's holding above here, and I do have a position in AMD, a swing position on this one at about 27.65, so I'm still holding that, and I'm potentially going to add more money to it if it's able to hold above this 180 SMA, but let's say it breaks below this, I'm most likely going to be cutting losses on that position. But as of now, guys, this one 15% potential for profit, and this one does have room to recover if it's able to hold here and push back up to continue this uptrending pattern, this ridiculous uptrending pattern that AMD Advanced Micro Devices has been on. So another one that we experienced a big sell-off today was in Microsoft. Again, you notice that these are pretty much the big name companies in our markets, right? These are the companies that get affected the most when we do experience sell-offs in the overall markets, right? Because these are, for the most part, large cap companies. So again, Microsoft, very similar to the Visa pattern. It's uptrending in price, it's taking healthy corrections, it's bouncing on the SMA indicators, and is pushing back up to making higher highs. And now we're just in that same phase as the Visa pattern, right? We're in that correction phase where if we are able to consolidate and hold above the 180 SMA and slowly start to push back up, this could potentially be a good entry point for Microsoft, ticker symbol MSFT. So this one, guys, from 116 down to about 112, let's say, that opened up a solid amount of profit. And again, all these stocks that I'm showing you guys today, they aren't the biggest in terms of margins, but they are quote unquote safer picks, right? Due to them being large cap companies, and they're not too crazy volatile, and they're not moving from like $5 one day to $20 the next, to down to $3 the day after. They're more, they're more easy to hop in and out and easy to predict. We can't predict the markets, but these are, in my personal opinion, the easier trades to predict, right? We predicted a Nike pattern last week that was very similar to this, very similar to the Visa pattern. So we're just transferring, our technicals from previous trades, and we're just rinse and repeating to different stocks, right? So this one, guys, it offers about 3 to 4% if it's able to get back up to 116, and if it continues this uptrending pattern, obviously it's going to be offering even more. Let's say potentially we get to 120, right? That's a 7% profit, right? So this could be a very good dip buy opportunity on Microsoft, ticker symbol MSFT. So I'll set an alert on Microsoft, create alert at $113. Perfect. So another one, guys, why am I opening my Safari? Another one, guys, is ticker symbol T, I'm pretty sure, right? This is AT&T, and this one has kind of been in a it's seen a massive correction in its price from 39 all the way down to 30, but it's slowly been reversing in its channel, right? Reversing in its pattern. We noticed it was downtrending here for the past couple of months, and again, we talked about how whenever the 50-day SMA breaks above the 180 SMA, that's signaling a bullish pattern. We noticed what happened here, right? This exactly happened here. The 50-day SMA broke above the 180 SMA, and from there, it's been uptrending in price. So as of now, right, we do notice there's a resistance point on AT&T at about $34-ish. So if we're able to break out of there, this one could potentially continue the uptrending pattern. But the main thing here, guys, is to see if we're able to break out of this particular channel in either direction. And by that, I mean if we're able to break out of the channel on the upwards, right, we're going to be able to swing trade this one. But if we're able to break down here, that's going to be a bad sign in terms of AT&T unless it's able to hold above this 180 SMA, which would give us an even better entry point here, because we do notice the 180 SMA has been a support level here. So if it's able to be a support level here again, that's going to be a very good entry for AT&T. So we're going to be keeping an eye on all of these 5 stocks, guys. AMD, Visa, Procter & Gamble, Microsoft, and AT&T. These are all stocks that are on my radar for longer-term swing trade plays, right? And again, these are just larger cap investments that have been affected by the sell-off today due to them being large cap companies, right? And another one I'm just going to throw in here today, very, very small profit potential on this one, but again, a very big company is Apple, and Apple gets hit decently hard when the markets go down, right? So we know all this, and not a major sell-off in Apple, just down about $226, down from about $233, so that's a 3% trade. So those that have bigger accounts, let's say you're taking positions with $20,000, $15,000, you can definitely capitalize on an Apple rebound play for here, because it's really worth your money, right? Because if you have $10,000, let's say for example, 3%, that's $300 profit. And if you're just swing trading that for a day or two and it recovers, $300 in a day or two is very good. But if you only have $1,000 and you throw in, $1,000 into this, what are you going to get back? You're going to get $30. Although that's very good. That's very good. That's a very good starting point, but there's could be better opportunities to put that $1,000 to grow it at maybe a 10 to 15% clip, and slowly start building your account value that way. So there's many different ways to do it. These are big name companies, but they just have smaller margins of profits than a lot of the other stocks and ETFs that we've been talking about on my channel. But I thought it was worth mentioning it just because of the big sell-off that we had. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, feel free to drop a like, leave a comment, and subscribe, and follow me on Instagram, follow me on Twitter, and feel free to join that Discord group chat as well as the the Facebook group as well. Everything is linked down below in my description box. And do not trade these based off of my opinion. I'm not a financial advisor. This is just for entertainment purposes and just to help you guys out. I'm not in any way a financial advisor, but you just got to do your own research, do your own due diligence, and all that kind of stuff before investing or trading in the stock market. So I'll catch you guys in the next video. Hopefully all you guys are having an amazing day. I hope you guys have an amazing end to your week. I'll see you guys. Peace.